If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post a new Tom Brady video every day.
Is Antonio Brown and Rob Gronkowski enough to get it done for Brady?
They are. You just saw it. In fact, I think I mentioned it in the last segment. I got disagreed with, which I'll take. But ultimately, you look at AB and what he's capable of doing. Listen, of all the receivers, whether Evans is there or Godwin is there, when Gronk is there, AB can get you open because of the routes he runs. He's precise with them. He finds easy throws for time to make. That chemistry they build is absolutely fantastic. And when you think about Tom Brady and why he brought Antonio Brown there and why Antonio Brown is still there and why Bruce Arians says we did it for the best, for the betterment of our football team, this type of play is what keeps AB in the NFL because he makes it easy on quarterbacks. Tom Brady understands that, and he knows even when Evans comes back, if they need a man beater, that's the guy who you want to go do it. You need to sit down in the zone, that's the guy you want to go do. Let the other guys be big play, but this is the guy you want to feast on, and I would say that it's produced results that they've appreciated.
The injury bug just keeps hitting Tom Brady and the Bucs. Yesterday, Bruce Arians told reporters on Monday that pass rusher Shaq Barrett has both a sprained ACL and MCL and is expected to miss the rest of the regular season, although there's hope he could return for the playoffs.
Listen, guys, it's not lost. Godwin is a big deal in that offense, but I believe that 3 Hall of Famers will make up for it in football career-wise between A.B. Gronk and Mike Evans. And yes, Mike Evans will end up in Canton.
If they get reasonably healthy, I looked at this last night, this roster is flat out loaded. The defense is loaded. It's been an are we there yet kind of season. Like, are we there yet? Are we there yet?
That's not what Tom said. Tom said they were going to be better. It wasn't no are we there yet.
All right, but if they get reasonably healthy, they are so loaded. That offensive line is so good.
No. Go. I want you to say right now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will win the Super Bowl.
I don't back off. I'm never flip skip, so I picked them before the year started.
So
I will stick with my pick.
I don't want to hear nothing about no help.
Somebody across from me, I stick with my pick.
I didn't pick them to win the Super Bowl.
Well, you picked them to get there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you've already backed off that.
Yep.
Congratulations on the NFC South.
Yeah, that was one of our goals when we started this season, to put one of those banners up. It's been a long time, and really, really proud of all the guys that played in that game.
And what's it like to get to celebrate a moment like that with your team?
Oh, it's fun. Those hat and T-shirt games are great, but this is just a little T-shirt. We want bigger ones.
Yes, bigger ones for sure. Especially with the adversity of last week, both the way you guys lost and then with all the injuries, how important was this win, and how much more did it mean than just the win on the stat sheet?
Yeah, it was big. You know, so many guys had to step in and step up. We had 8 starters out, and so it was a great win, great team victory.
And I imagine if last week, this time when we were doing the show, if I had told you that with approximately 1 trillion starters out, I think that's what the injury report said, 1 trillion, you would have the longest run, longest reception, and most sacks of the year in that game, what would you have said?
I would have loved it. Yeah. I wouldn't have believed it. Yeah. You know? But yeah, like I said, Cyril, he jumped in there, did a great job on 2 of those plays. I mean, he made that great touchdown block down there for Keyshawn and got a big reception. I couldn't believe he got caught. And his track status is gone.
Yeah, that's it. He's lost that status there.
All right, let's get to the defending champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady, who welcomed back Antonio Brown this weekend. He'd been out with an injury and suspended for 3 games. Had a big game, though, in his return, catching 10 passes for 101 yards for a Tampa Bay offense that has been absolutely decimated by injuries. And look, there's no denying the chemistry Brady and Antonio Brown have. In fact, you know, Tampa is 6-0 when Brown has been active this season, and when he hasn't, they're 5-4. As for Brady, his QBR and his air yards both go up when Brown is in the lineup, so that was definitely a good signing by Tampa Bay general manager Tom Brady, and he's worked very well with Antonio Brown.
I mean, how old is he? How old is he? 45?
44.
44. I mean, listen, and he just keeps getting better. He sees the field. You saw what he did with AB this past weekend. This guy continues to find ways to win and motivate his team to win, which is probably the biggest factor for me, what separates him from other quarterbacks. Fantastic. Playoff Lenny is for a reason, right? Even what he did last season, the guy guy plays absolutely, I think he averages over 100 yards a game and a touchdown or more a game. So we know he's going to be missed. I think he'll be back, though. Being on IR, he'll be back after this third game. I think he'll get and kind of catch up pretty quick. But to your point about the off-the-field stuff, I would imagine Tom Brady is probably keeping AB pretty close, like maybe at his house close. You know what I mean? Like, let's make this run. Let's make this thing happen. At least I know I would, because I see what that cat can do on the field. He gonna be at the house with me and Giselle. We're gonna be, hey, we're gonna make another run, make another, hoist another ring.
And there's one man in sports I do not bet against.
I'm betting against him.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
I have some breaking news in the NFL. Bruce Arians, head coach of the defending champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers, has tested positive for COVID-19. He is experiencing mild symptoms. The Bucs getting ready to play the Jets on Sunday. Run game coordinator Harold Goodwin is going to serve as interim coach until Arians can return. The team also placed cornerbacks Jamel Dean and Sean Murphy-Bunting on the COVID list. Bucs currently in a three-way tie for second place in the NFC with the Cowboys and Rams, but as the tiebreakers flow, they would be in that 4 spot in the NFC. They've already clinched their division, so even if they don't get that first round bye, they will get a home game in the wild card round.
So you're trying to sell me an MVP, I think a runaway MVP according to Shannon Sharp. And I look at my Bible, Pro Football Focus, your favorite website, and gee, they grade out Tom Brady as the second best quarterback in the league, and Aaron is actually a distant fourth in the league to Tom Brady at second, and Joe Burrow is now elevated all the way to number one, and he should be. I get that. So Burrow number 1, Brady number 2, and then all the way down at 4, and it's 4. Brady is just 0.7 behind Joe Burrow, but you have to go 4 total points down from Brady to Aaron Rodgers at 4th.
How about
so in overall grades, well, let's do QBR, shall we?
We shall.
Okay, Aaron is still leading with a 68. Brady's at 67, so it's nip-tuck. It's right on his heels.
Ain't no nip-tuck.
And you know what? Before this is over, Brady's going to catch and pass him. Just watch. Just wait.
How?
At Jets, Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you think what he's going to throw? He's going to throw for 500 against the Jets?
I wouldn't put it past him.
And 15 points in 2 weeks given up by your defense. That has got to be just one of the best stats a coach can hear. Oh,
there's no doubt. Not giving up a touchdown for 2 weeks in this league, that's extremely impressive. And again, I thought it was excellent up front. Our front four did a great job in this ball game. Will Golston had a career day with 2.5 sacks and 7 sacks altogether. But just shutting down the run, allowing us to get after the quarterback, and everybody seemed to get into the sack picture this week.
Yeah, it's so true. It's like they're contagious, that they just start rolling and then everybody wants in on it. So let's start with Will Golston. Tell us a little bit about his 2.5 sacks that he got and his performance overall.
Yeah, great pressure from the inside. A couple of good games they ran together with Vita, and Vita got a sack off one of those games. But again, it starts for me in the secondary. When the quarterback doesn't have the quick, easy throw, here comes the pressure, and our guys did a great job of plastering on the back end, except for one play when he scrambled out of there. But yeah, other than that, I thought the secondary, great coverage, and then let's get after the quarterback.
That's it for this video. I post a new Tom Brady video every day, so please like and subscribe. That way you'll always have a new Tom Brady video to watch every single day. Thanks for watching.